Hello and welcome back to Teacher in the Tesla, and in today's video I'm going to go through 3 in-depth ways on how to start making sales on Etsy. Of course, I definitely remember putting up my first few items for sale on Etsy and wondering if, how, or when I would start getting any Etsy sales at all. Although the beginning is hard, I've been there and I totally get it, but it doesn't have to stay that way. Today, I'm going to share the tried and true concepts, philosophies, and specific tricks that have worked for me after selling over 19,000 items on Etsy, earn over $500,000 in revenue in the last 2 years alone. And I'm not sharing scammy short-term tactics like convincing all your friends and family to purchase from your Etsy shop or like your items on social media. And so if you go through all of that, what if there actually is no longevity for your Etsy shop? Although absolutely pinning your shop photos on Pinterest and inviting your friends and family to a Facebook group and then sharing a discount code to your shop isn't going to hurt. But we're going to talk about how to sell on Etsy itself, because selling successfully on Etsy starts and ends with Etsy. So you can sell items your friends and family don't even care about, but tons more people do. You are selling on Etsy because it is a marketplace that brings you traffic. You shouldn't need to and don't have to drive traffic or potential customers to Etsy. Etsy charges you higher fees for a reason, and it should go without saying, but to start making sales on Etsy, you don't have to have everything perfect. Think progress way over perfection, but you likely will need to be patient and you likely will need to refine things as you continue to learn more and more. I know I am personally changing things in my Etsy shop to help make more sales and to make it easier for my customers and myself all the time. My first major tip for you, and I can't emphasize how huge this is to find an audience for whatever it is that you're selling. You would think I would say pick a product that's guaranteed to sell in a generic category like stickers, mugs, or t-shirts, but do way more product research, like which segment or segments of the population are you planning to market your shop to, or who are you most interested in selling to? If you can find an audience, and the right audience at that, you can likely sell them almost anything. And hey, your audience will even start to find you. If you can figure out the audience, you can essentially even figure out the product afterward. Reverse engineer what your audience doesn't already have and then sell that. Little known fact, I am also trained as a classical orchestral musician, and while I definitely also know a ton about this segment of the population, I also almost know too much and find it hard to market to this group. Whereas I also know enough other similar creative types, and there is a wider audience for other types of careers, so it's easier for me to think of specific products they might like. I also know absolutely nothing about dog and cat breeds, but I do also have products geared to dog and cat owners too. So it might be easier to think beyond your own interest, as it is often easier in the beginning because it's less personal, as there might also be a larger audience than your own personal hobbies. You're not selling to yourself, but definitely find an audience and spend some time searching up their likes and dislikes, their pet peeves, pardon the pun, or even secret words or insider vocabulary like nicknames that you can market your items to within that niche. Besides specific likes, interests, careers, or hobbies people have, there are also always people celebrating and giving gifts. Whether it is the birth of a new baby, a birthday, an anniversary, or getting married, these are all specific shoppers looking for items that you can create a shop around these people or events or both. Each audience will come with its own specific set of unique keywords and long tail keywords for SEO purposes. And this will help to differentiate your Etsy shop and help shoppers who are actually ready to buy end their journey in your shop, instead of with generic keywords from customers who don't actually purchase anything. You want customers who purchase versus those who just move along and then purchase in another Etsy shop. And hey, just for the sake of inspiration, it might be worth checking out the Leonardo DiCaprio clip in The Wolf of Wall Street where he says, "Sell me this pen." Once you have the right audience for your products, the products virtually sell themselves. All right, my second tip for you is to price your products to be competitive. Sure, we hear this all the time, but whether we like it or not, pricing is actually a psychological sales tactic that actually works. There's also a reason companies use coupons, discounts, or encourage the buying of multiples, such as buy one, get one, to encourage you to spend money now, to spend more, and to spend lots. Just as anyone who has ever shopped at Costco will know, it's not hard to go in there for one item for $10 and then leave with a cart full of 30 other items you had no intention of buying and then spending over $300. You weren't planning on it, but something about the items convinced you to buy it. Is it the packaging? Is it the fear of missing out? Or the price? It's probably a combination of all three, but those subtle little differences like $9.99 instead of $10 or $19.99 instead of $20 do make an enormous difference in convincing a customer to buy. Also, watching YouTube videos or taking in other information can be extremely valuable, but also please take the time to experiment and implement different ideas with pricing so items are priced high enough that you can even offer discounts or sales to begin with, or maybe even experiment with changing the end of the price to 95 cents or 99 cents. You can also use the approved Etsy integration Get Vella app, not a sponsored, you guys, to make site-wide pricing changes and all kinds of other changes to your Etsy shop throughout hundreds of listings. So if your shop is getting larger, it might be time to check that out. I did say there were 3 tips in this video, but I figured since you've all told me how much you love a bonus, I'd throw another one in at the end of this video too. So be sure to stick around for the bonus after our 3rd tip. And tip number 3 is to offer way more than your competition is offering. More can mean many things, but we can learn an absolute ton for free by looking at other Etsy shops to see what might be working or what might not be working. Again, this doesn't mean copy others, but if other Etsy shops are only selling t-shirts in small, medium, and large, and only in one color, and they only have one photo and one generic, bland-looking size chart, how can you use your little piece of Etsy real estate or little Etsy garden and make your property or your garden just a little bit more valuable than the others around yours? Can you add more photos that will help your customers see how your items will look in various situations? Or have better photos to help sell all of the various colors and sizes and variety of products you offer? Perhaps you can create a trendier or personalized design that isn't offered within a specific niche yet. If you are just starting out on Etsy and want to start making sales on Etsy, you might have to work a little bit harder by creating a customized listing that will also help you have an opportunity to provide a positive customer experience, which can then help you receive more 5-star reviews and even customers that will return again and again to your shop. All right, it's bonus time, and if you haven't liked the video yet, please take a second to do so, as it really does help me grow this little channel for you. Okay, so you've found an audience that will buy just about anything you're willing to sell them. You've priced your products competitively to help convince shoppers to buy your products, and you've gone above and beyond any other Etsy shops in the same niches to offer more value than your customers are expecting, since you've gone through so much work just to get your customer to find your listing to begin with. But now to really start getting sales on Etsy consistently, you have to remember that business is math. Don't panic, this is not meant to be difficult math, but more is, well, more. The conversion rate for my Etsy shop in 2021 so far is 4.3%. If I want to get more sales, either I need to convert more customers to buy using some of the methods in the previous tips or from some of my other videos I'll link at the end of this video. Or I'm simply going to need more listings to get more traffic. If all things were equal and all my listings had similarly wonderful designs and each listing were to get 1 visit a day, then with 1,000 listings, I should have 43 sales a day, right? So if I had 2,000 listings with 1 visit a day for each listing, then I should have 86 sales a day on average. But e-commerce and Etsy definitely doesn't work that way, but just as a hypothetical. So to summarize, you need to have the very best possible quality within each individual listing with very specific long tail keywords actual buyers use, and then to scale up your shop to have more sales, you literally need more listings for more buyers to buy from you. Now, you don't have to have a completely different item for each listing, but you can definitely experiment with duplicating the listing and changing the keywords, or even duplicating the listing and changing the photos to see which ones work best for you. For listings that don't do well over time, of course you can deactivate those listings. But there's no secret, big Etsy shops have lots of listings, and more listings definitely help you scale your Etsy shop to sell your items consistently. So once your Etsy shop starts to gain momentum, go ahead and add as many great quality and specific listings as you can. Now, in this channel, we're all about achieving goals, so go ahead in the comments and drop the number of average daily sales you would like to see in your shop before the end of 2021. And do check out this specific tip in this video to get customers to start buying from you today. I wish you all of the best of success in growing your Etsy shop for today, tomorrow, and for well into the future. See you later, superstar.